Alright guys, I'm in the closet. This is safe spot level 2, but I do have a level 1 that's in the basement. But like I said, I feel like that we're just gonna be skimmed with this one. I'm watching the weather. If it gets bad enough, I will go to the basement, but I feel good enough to be under the steps right now. But I have frequented this spot a lot here lately. Like, I seriously feel like we're on repeat with this type of weather. It goes to rain, to severe storms, to rain, to severe storms, just over and over and over. We're on a loop. So it's been about an hour. I feel like a weather lady at this point. I get on here and I give updates of the weather, but it changes so much. It's bipolar, I'm telling you. The sun is out. Look at this. After tornadic weather, we're back to the sun. So I'm not sure these steps are gonna dry up though. I was saying earlier, there's no way. And I still think there's probably no way. But if the sun would stay out like this for a while, it might dry up and I might be able to get some stuff done. Good morning. It's Saturday and it's not raining, but it is very hazy. Y'all see that? Apparently that is smoke. If it ain't tornadoes, rain, it's smoke. But it is what it is. That's what I always say, it is what it is. And y'all see this? I'm in a sweatshirt. It's May 31st, and I'm in a sweatshirt. We were in the 50s last night, and it's still a little cool this morning. But now we're supposed to be 77 today, so I don't know how long I'll be in this sweatshirt. But I've got to get down to the chicken coop and move my permanent fencing because Joe's gonna mow, and well, I'll just walk down there. So I'm down here at the chicken yard, and we've got weeds about this high. So I've got to move this because Joe's fixing to mow, and this is probably a good time to move it because the ground's wet and it'll just come right up. But first things first, I got to turn it off or I will be electrocuted. This is the actual break in the fencing. This is where we have 2 100-foot rolls, and we have them put together right here. And they just connect via these 2 little wires right here. Just sends the current through both sides. And they come with these little ropes, and you can just tie them together. They're really easy to do. I love this fence. I just put off buying it for several years because it's pretty pricey. But I haven't regretted buying it at all. And mine is the permanent, so it's a little bit tougher as far as wanting to leave it in one spot if you don't want to move it all winter, which we didn't. So it held up really good, but it's also very easily movable. It's about time to come out of this sweatshirt. Look at all this stuff in their yard. They've got a lot of little wild daisies too. I hate mowing over flowers. They're so pretty. I need a few more chickens so they can take care of some of the weed pressure out here. I'm gonna level this just a little bit. It's a little too high on this side. I pulled the plastic up and I decided to put this weed fabric in here because if I don't, it's not gonna drain. And it's gonna be like a little pool of water sitting, and in the winter probably freezing. So this has got good drainage. This stuff I actually bought off Amazon a little while back, and I kind of was negative about it at first, but I'm really not that negative about it anymore. I think I'm gonna order some more of it. It's got its purpose for sure. I gotta take a lunch break, but this is what I've got so far, and I'm just playing around with it. I know for sure I'm going to put the pea gravel in the middle, but I'm not sure if I'm going to top it off with a better looking brick for the second layer or put those stones over the top edge. This has really taken a while. It's not been as quick as what I thought, but I'm also still just playing around with the look of it. I saw one thing I needed to do really quick. So with lilies, you want to deadhead them. You want to make sure you cut it right to there. You want to pull them before they start growing these seed pods right here. You don't want to leave those on there. That tells them to quit producing. There's another one. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look how much my tomatoes have grown over the last week with all the rain we've had. It's crazy. Good morning down here at the grapevine. The grapevine pass-through that I'm working on, hopefully getting a little bit more progress this week, because as you can see, look at the sky. No rain, no clouds. According to the forecast, we're supposed to have 4 days of clear, sunny skies. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm pretty happy. But nonetheless, it's been a good weekend. We went to church for the 4th Sunday in a row after having quite a bit of ear trouble, no vertigo, and I'm very blessed, feeling super blessed. My husband and I are loving our new church. We feel like that, even though we left our other church and that was very difficult, we feel like God has opened up another door and we're thinking about joining. So this week, we're going to call the preacher and maybe have a meeting with him. But I just encourage you guys, if you don't have a church, go look for one. It's just been a really big blessing in our lives, and if you can't physically get to church, there's a lot of them that have online services, and that's blessed us too in the last 4 months. And I just thought that was something I needed to share with you all, because life is short. Our preacher talks about it all the time, about how our days are very short. We don't know when our last second is here on this earth, so we need to be thinking about, our heavenly home and, where we're going. You don't know when your last second's going to be. I don't know when my last second's going to be. And if you don't know Jesus, the time is now. Don't wait. All right, I'm going to walk down to the chicken yard. I know in the beginning of this video, I showed you guys how all the weeds were growing up, but Joe mowed it and it looks so good. Hey, chickens. They're happy about it too. They've been out here just roaming around, and look at them. What are y'all doing? They've had all kinds of treats this weekend. My father-in-law, who lives there, he loves giving them watermelon and just all kinds of things, so they're super spoiled. They had 3 separate occasions of watermelon this weekend. So that's probably what they're thinking. They're like, lady, where are the treats? Don't be tricking me like this. Look at them following me. They're so funny. Y'all, I found some weird, I know this is really weird, but I found some weird poop in the yard the other day. And if it doesn't look like something I'm normally familiar with, I'll go look it up. And one reason why I've been a little on alert, 2 of our neighbors have seen it in their yard, which one of them is right there behind us, and then one just a little ways down the road. So I'm making sure my chicken fence is on, because there's been a couple times I forgot to turn it back on right here at the Energizer, and I don't want a bear coming through here. I think this Energizer, it's pretty strong. I got a pretty powerful one, so I'm pretty sure it would keep a bear out, but if I forgot to turn on, it'd be devastating. And these might attract a bear. So I'm just keeping a lookout when I'm out here working and stuff, just because they've seen it 3 times in the last few days around here. Sounds like it's hanging out around here. This is their home. They live around here. We live right beside the Smoky Mountains. I mean, I can see them out my window. So, it's not unusual for a bear to be around here. And we're close to the lake and a bunch of woods and all that kind of stuff. So not too unusual, but I'm just keeping my eyes peeled as I'm out here in the yard here lately. I'll show you guys my quick plan hopefully this week to work on my little pass through up here at the Grapevine. We kind of brainstormed yesterday real quick on some ideas with the stone that I brought home. Joe and I like this idea. We're going to line it with these stones instead of brick. And then we're going to make a front right here to cover up this dirt, because we did one brick, we can still see the dirt. But if we did another one, it kept making this a little bit higher. Plus, I kind of like this idea. So I think that's what we're going to do with step 1. Come down and do a step 2 the same way, and somehow finish it off right here, probably with some more of these stones, I don't know, or something matching. I think it's going to look good when we're all done. Have a pretty view of the greenhouse. Yeah, look how big the zinnias are getting. Every day they grow bigger and bigger. And this is my transplanted one. Even though it's been munched on, it's still fixing to bloom. And I'm gonna spray it with some of my insecticidal soap that I have, but all of them are starting to get blooms on them. See that? And I love them because when I save them in the fall, I save all my prettiest colors. And generally, they're just an array of colors, which I love. Each one that opens up is something different. Gorgeous. All right, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and I hope you all have a blessed new week ahead. See you soon.